Hey skiers, I'm Jeff from skiessentials.com. Welcome to our 2025 ski test. Today we're talking about this Atomic Maverick 115 CTI. I chuckle because this thing is massive and awesome. I got a chance to ski it alongside Darren Rolves out in Utah. He was a big factor behind the development of this ski, and it's basically a big mountain weapon. It could be a directional powder ski too, especially if you're more of an aggressive skier and you like this kind of ski. But yeah, it's the real deal. I mean, if you're looking for a ski to like charge down Alaskan spines, then look no further. This Maverick 115 CTI will absolutely do it, and it excels. I think it's fair to say that the Maverick 105 CTI probably has more real-world potential or real-world applications for most skiers, but I certainly don't want to discredit this Maverick 115 CTI. There is a market for this ski. There are people who want this and who benefit from a ski like this, but it is kind of a lot. I think that's perfectly accurate. So slightly different construction in the 105 and 115 here compared to the rest of the Maverick line. They get a denser wood core, and there's also more wood. So they're trying to reduce the amount of fiberglass and epoxy that they use in construction. And in doing so, they're basically just increasing the total amount of wood, which is cool. I think it's really cool when a company can approach a ski with a relatively simplistic concept and prove that it works really well. Then we get metal laminates or a single metal laminate. That is true of all the Maverick skis. They do have that Titanal laminate. And then in the 105 and the 115, we get the new Horizon Tech, which is different in a couple ways. It is longer, so there's just kind of more of it, the way that it works its way down the ski. And then you can't really see this part, but the wood core extends further through the tip, through that Horizon section, which gives it just a little bit more consistency in the flex pattern, a little bit stronger feel right here in the extremity. Taking a look at the weight here, this thing's big. It's 115 underfoot. It's 185 centimeter length, 2,100 grams. So certainly could be heavier, but just because of the amount of materials here, we're never going to be super, super lightweight. This is a pretty big ski. And then the flex pattern is interesting, really only in the sense that it's slightly softer than like a Maverick 95 Ti. But, for a 115 underfoot ski, it's pretty stiff. I wouldn't want somebody to get the impression that this is designed to be like a super playful, maneuverable powder ski. Its flex pattern should indicate that it is a little bit more of the Charger style big mountain powder ski. And then the shape I think is really cool. Kind of takes some influence from the Bent collection, sort of just in the shovel. You can hopefully see the length of rocker up here in the forebody of the ski. There is a lot of rocker. It also has like a lot of early taper, but kind of a spoony finish, so you get a lot of surface area up there. And then a decent amount of tail rocker too, but it's flat enough that like if you truly are charging on this thing, maybe your weight gets thrown into the back seat for a second, the ski is absolutely not going to just wheelie out. It does have enough support back here to kind of prop you up and keep you on your feet. Yeah, I had a blast skiing this thing. I do notice a difference between the 105 and the 115. The 105 is for me at least, easier to manipulate, easier to control, and feels a little bit more maneuverable. This thing is the real deal. It's a pretty powerful ski. There's kind of a lot of ski on your feet, but if you're a strong, capable skier who's used to having a lot of ski on your feet, then it's awesome. The shape is pretty easy to manipulate. I say that with some hesitancy because you just have to be a good skier to start. But if you're, like I was saying, if you're used to a big, heavy, powerful ski, you can take this and you will probably find it to be a little bit more dynamic than whatever you're replacing. So that's cool, but again, like, you got to kind of think about it through a certain lens here. Is it still, like, even talking to Darren Ralphs about it, he's like, yeah, that's kind of my Alaska ski. And if Darren Ralphs is telling you that it's his Alaska ski, it's probably the real deal. So I don't think there are too many people that are going to be choosing this as like an inbounds resort powder ski, but I also don't want to dissuade you. Say if you're a big, heavy skier, the things that some people would find challenging about it are going to be more beneficial and more supportive for you. And the same is true for just like ridiculously good hard charging skiers. Probably the younger, the better. You know, if you're in your early 20s and you're just sending it, then yeah, sign up here for the Maverick 115 CTI. If you're in your late 50s and you're slowing down, I would venture a guess that a softer flexing, maybe more playful shape might just be more rewarding. But I also won't tell you not to get the Maverick 115 CTI. I just am giving you fair warning that it is a fair amount of ski. But still just super cool to have stuff like this in the line. So that's it. That is the Maverick 115 CTI from Atomic. Let us know if you have any questions about it, and we will see you out there on the slopes.